So guys, what is the crack? Okay, it's currently 20 past 9. I'm just in the mood to have a nice chill talk with the camera, so hopefully you're okay with not too much energy today. And as well, I don't want this to go on forever, so what I'm going to do is try keep it to 10 questions and less than a minute per question, but I can't guarantee that. So I'm going to timestamp them all in the description anyway if you just want to see what I have been asked and check out what ones you want to see. So, where are the questions? So this question was asked a few times, and it's, do I find it hard to stick to my diet and kind of not to binge eat, not to cheat the whole time, etc, etc. You get the gist. So like there was a few questions along those lines. No, right now it's simple because basically I was force feeding to maintain my weight at about 80 to 83 kilos. Right now I'm just under 78, so it's very easy. As well, when you're in this kind of dieting mode, you just need to remember what you're doing it for and why you're eating, and the fact that I'm eating to look better and have more energy and to lose fat and to basically just get a better body composition. It's motivation enough to not eat a big heap of shit, you know what I mean? And then there was another one along similar lines. It was, how do I get my body fat percentage so low and what's my diet like? My body fat percentage is not low at all. I'm not lean in the slightest compared to somebody who has abs, etc. We'll get there, but it's just going to be a very slow process. And then, how do I, wait, what? And what's my diet like? It's simple. I eat pasta, chicken, broccoli and curry sauce twice a day. I won't give you exact grams and stuff because it's not relative to you at all. I have bacon, eggs and toast once a day, 2 scoops of protein and 500 ml of skimmed milk every day, and then about 200 to 400 calories of whatever I want. So as I said, I have that ice cream downstairs, whatever I'm in the mood for, really, you know what I mean? But it changes every day. I have those 4 main meals and then yeah, we wing it. A little bit later down the line it will get cleaned up and I won't be able to just wing it, but we'll tackle that when it gets to that stage, you know. Got a question. Has powerlifting always been what I enjoy training the most? Not at all. When I first got into the gym I was all about getting size, and that's how I trained for my first at least 2 and a bit years. Powerlifting was something that's still new to me. I'm not doing it at the moment. I genuinely just I fell out of it. It's a big time commitment and it's not something I want to put that much time into right now. I love training still. Right now I'm kind of training for size and looks and all that kind of stuff, which will be apparent as time goes on and as the pictures slowly get better. But yeah, basically I'm training for the fun of it right now. I love every single training session. It's challenging. It's sort of a set format, but I don't have set exercises, sets, reps, weights. I'm not ensuring I have to hit a certain weight every day. I'm not ensuring progressive overload is happening. All these things that you should do if you're looking to absolutely optimize results and get bigger and stronger, whatever it is. But for me, it's not the biggest priority in the world right now. Like, I have a lot of stuff going on between work, future plans, online coaching. I'm putting a lot more energy into them. But powerlifting, when I was into it, I loved it. I will 100% return to it someday. We'll see when. And then I got a question: how to properly build a core. And this one kind of got me thinking. Unfortunately, I can't give you a straight answer because it depends what you want to build your core to do. Do you want to build it to be tiny waist so that you get that wide look, or do you want to build it so that you can have the biggest deadlift and squat possible? But if you were to ask me how to properly build your core, heavy compound lifts without a belt, or even with a belt, they're shown to, like studies have shown, there's not an awful lot of difference in core activation when using a belt versus when not using one. Now I'm sure there's some studies out there that state differently, but something I heard recently enough. So here's one that kind of comes up a lot and I get in DMs a lot of the time. And this particular question: if it's your second year of lifting, should you continue bulking, or am I able to kind of cut for summer yet? And this question, like, I am now on my first cut ever and I've been training well over 4 years. You know what I mean? First real cut anyway. It's completely up to yourself. I was literally only having this discussion with a client there earlier as well, and a different client the day before. You're the only one that knows when you want to cut or when you want to bulk. If you don't have a particular end goal you're looking to get to, like if you're not competing or whatever it is, you don't have to bulk or cut. It's completely up to yourself on what way you want your body to look at the time. Honestly, man, if it's only your second year of training, I know I can see on your page like you're not overweight or anything. If I was you, I'd keep bulking. The only reason I'd cut is if you are overweight. You know what I mean? If you don't feel happy with your body. But aside from that, keep putting on the mass. Try and get bigger. Here's one I'm happy to talk about, okay? And it's tips for body confidence. Now, this is something that's tough and that a lot of people struggle with. And believe it or not, I have struggled with it and I still do time to time, despite me posting all the pictures or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Some days you're gonna feel like shit about yourself. If it's every day, that's an issue, okay? You need to do something about it. You need to lose weight, you need to put on muscle, you need to eat more food, eat less food, whatever it is that you don't like about yourself, you can change. Aside from that, just generally not caring what other people have to think, that helps, and that helps in so many different aspects of life, and that's something that took me a long time to get used to, but I realised I have to do what's best for me and not kind of worry about the 1% of the population who are going to judge and who might think I'm doing something wrong or I'm doing something bad, whatever it is, okay? If you're having body confidence issues, just realise that you are more than just your body, you're everything that's inside of you as well, and just try not to worry about it as best you can. Also, surround yourself with people who are going to fill you with confidence. Like, take a look around you, your friends, family, whoever they are. Are they supporting you? Are they making you feel good? Or are they dragging you down? It's okay to draw people who are dragging you down no matter how close you are to them, so have a think about it. So another one that got asked a few times, or variations of it, how do I stay motivated so long, and how can you stay motivated so long? So it's simple, you don't stay motivated. Motivation is a very short burst that can last a few seconds or a few days, a few weeks, a few months, whatever it is, but eventually it wears off. And when motivation leaves, that's kind of when you have to take your own self-grit and determination into account more so, okay? So if you want something, you just go towards it. You know what I mean? Like, I know exactly what it is I want, and some days I wake up and the last thing I fucking want to do is go onto my Mac for 6 hours in a row before I go to work, and another 4 when I get home, for the sake of making maybe €40. You know what I mean? But I do it, and that's exactly what it is. Just be willing to put in a lot more work than you think you have to for a lot less than you deserve, and that's it. If it's to do with your career, your way of making money, if it's to do with staying motivated to stay in the gym, then just realise how lucky you are to be able to go to the gym. Take a big fucking step back and just realise you're the one who gets to decide if you go to the gym or not. So if you're not motivated, don't go to the gym. Nobody's going to care. You know? But then I suppose the other side of it is, if you do want to stay motivated, set yourself like an end goal. Set yourself a reason why you're doing the things you're doing, because some days, as I said, you won't want to wake up early to go onto the computer and do hours and hours of work. But why are you doing it? What's the planned outcome? What are you working towards? Remind yourself of that, and it makes it a lot easier. And I got asked a question, how long does it take to start seeing changes in your physique? Now, for me, I'm already seeing fairly major changes since I've started this cut, and that's down to a couple of reasons. One, I've lost probably, let's say, a kilo and a bit of fat, and then also another kilo of probably glycogen, stuff like that from eating less carbs. But that makes a big difference on how you look, and then you guys won't notice it. You guys won't notice the really little details that I would about my own body, but I'm noticing the tiny things, the new veins coming in, little tiniest bit of oblique that you can see in the bright lighting, and it's cool. So yeah, I've started to see changes literally by the week. If you're new to the gym, you as well will see changes to your body by the week if you're training at a decent intensity, eating enough food, whatever it is that you have to do. Longer down the line, it can be months and months. It really can be, but I'm guessing for 99% of people watching this video, if you're training and eating right, you're going to see body changes within a week, like max. Okay, and I got this question, this is a pretty good one. So it's, when I'm training glutes, I don't feel them working much compared to the rest of my legs. I try pre-activation, etc., but it doesn't work. So do I have any tips on how to build a big booty, basically, is what we're looking at. I went ahead and asked this person what exercise they're doing to target the glutes, okay? And I was told barbell squats, barbell deadlifts, single leg deadlifts, wide elevated sumo squats, and lunges with donkey kickbacks, okay? So if you know little to nothing about training, you know the very basics, you're going to think that does a good job of training the booty, okay? In reality, they're not the prime movers in any of those movements, especially not for somebody who doesn't know a lot about biomechanics and won't know how to tweak specific movements to target specific muscles. Like squats, people think they're the best booty builder. They're definitely not. They're definitely not. Squat activation is high in a squat, but nowhere near as high as your quads and hamstrings are going to be. They're going to be the main muscles you're working there. So to anybody who does look into that, to build that big booty, okay, because I know a lot of us are, like, do the pre-activation. So do, like, you know, you can just do some normal squats, you can do some lunges, you can do some donkey kickbacks, you can put the fucking band around your hips and do whatever it is you want. Just figure out how to feel your glutes and what actually makes them contract, you know what I mean? So get used to feeling them work, okay? Usually something like a heavy squat is going to be good. If you are going to squat heavy, a powerlifting style is going to recruit more glute than a bodybuilding style, only marginally, but it's still worth noting. So kind of a wider stance and toes pointed out and deep, okay? So then hip thrusts would be another amazing one for building a booty that a lot of people don't do, but a lot of people set up for them wrong and end up feeling them more in their hamstrings than in the glutes. My recommendation for these is set your upper back up on the bench, nice stable base, okay? Put your feet out in front of you, like a good bit further than you normally would. Drive up through your heel and the outside of your foot. Give a solid second hold at the top of each rep and just squeeze your booty as hard as you can. Like seriously, squeeze it to the extent that it's getting ready to fucking... What are those things again? Cramp. That's the word I was looking for. So squeeze it that hard. After that, another one I'd love is like long stride lunges. So do your lunges but take nice long strides. Again, weight kind of on the heel and towards the outside of the foot. Get a really good stretch, squeeze on the way up. Then after that you can do your things like fucking cable kickbacks, side kicks, whatever it is you want to do to isolate it a little bit more. And as well, don't be afraid to go kind of heavier. You don't need to do 20 plus reps on your sets. Some 8s, 10s, 12s in there, then a little bit of a mix of like the 15 to 20 rep range for your kickback, stuff like that. A couple of pieces of advice for people who are looking to get into fitness and etc, right? You lose motivation quick. It's not something that lasts long, we covered that earlier. Have a goal, set yourself a goal, whether it's ridiculous or it's extremely achievable, set that goal. Decide what it is you want. So if you want to get bigger, find out how you get bigger, okay? If you really don't know anything, do a lot of the research yourself. If you still need more help, get yourself a coach. If you're looking to get stronger, again, do the research. Just make sure that when you're in the gym, you're working towards your goals. You're not just kind of blindlessly working. When you're in the gym, it should be contributing to your quality of life, not taking away from it. So just make sure that's what it's doing. And one that's not fitness related, this is going to be the last question. Who's my favourite actor and actress? And I fucking have no clue. I watch barely anything. Actor, Adam Sandler, because he's just fucking hilarious, man. Every movie with him in it is hilarious. Actress, I genuinely cannot think of one. I don't watch enough stuff. Alright guys, so that's that. I am wrecked, man. I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question, but I just don't want the video to go on forever, you know what I mean? I'll probably do another one in not so long, we'll see. Quickly, if somehow you're not following the Instagram and you found your way here, check it out. I've recently started uploading these kind of infographics. People are responding really well to them, so it's just really easy to absorb basic information. I need to fix that ISO. Anyway, so check them out if you want it. Jack Spencer 343, the link's in the bio always. And aside from that, if you want to get yourself some machine fitness clothes, MF Jack 343, 10% off, okay? And the final thing is, online coaching is really picking up lately. So if you are looking to get involved, please do message me on Instagram sooner rather than later, because I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to take on clients at this rate. So if you don't want to get involved, message me. Thanks to everyone who asked the question. Again, I'm really sorry if I didn't answer your question. If you came here expecting to see it, DM me and I'll answer it in the private message. But I just wanted to do 10. So until next time guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. Peace.